how are you seeing people adopting tools that allows them to actually get compliant, or are people just not dialing anymore? Are they going to stop dialing, or what is it that people can do and are doing so they can still maintain compliance?
Yeah, so I would say you have a mix depending on what size you're at or how long you've been doing this for. You see a different mix of how people view compliance. I believe at this point in time, based on how things have changed, if you are not taking a proactive approach to staying compliant, you're not going to be able to stay in this business, because it's no longer about the plaintiffs coming to you with, their lawsuit for calling them or anything like that. It's more so about the regulators, the state attorney generals that are not getting access to data from the telco carriers that give them that visibility. The Trace Act that was signed required, there's certain requirements that require now the telco carriers to report things up, which will then get reported up to the FCC. And so we're seeing, to some extent, a lack of awareness by the customer in that. So there is some responsibility we have in educating them that you want to be proactive around it. And we tend to see the customers listen to that when we do have those conversations. So there is that understanding and acceptance that, doing things in a compliant manner is the only way to stay in business and thrive in business. And what we've seen is when they do take those into consideration, that their business does better, just because you're not disrupted by these lawsuits or things like that. Right? Any lawsuit in the business can be very disruptive. So, you now have things like the reassigned number database. You have the mini TCPA rules around different states having requirements. There's just things coming on and on and on. And we're seeing a desire to adhere to those. It's just making the customer more aware, because they're focused on their business. And as much as they want to be compliant, things move so fast and change so fast that we have to do something on our end to help them be aware of it.